for the semi-final clash between Clint Janssen and Rob Donkin in the European Open, the IPA European Open. Clint's just won the lag, so he'll get us underway. Probably get joined in the commentary box soon by someone who fancies a bet. So Clint getting us underway. He's looking to make back-to-back championships. He won the Open up in Newcastle, up in the northeast. He's sticking with his cut break that he's been using for a while now. Made a ball. His opponent, Rob Donkin, who's already been on the stream. We saw him victorious over Gareth a bit earlier on. Oh, an early mistake there from Clint. Just caught that ball a little too thick, caused him to miss the pot. So it's given Rob a good chance here. I expect Rob with an open table here to take yellows, because they are. It's not a great deal of difference between the two, but just because I think the yellow that he's about to play first goes into the top left, and the red just next to it doesn't go anywhere, so it just makes his decision on he's choosing to take this one at the bottom first, so might just draw the cue ball back to a similar position. And he can play the plant and leave himself that one up at the top. Better off taking it now while he's on it, rather than trying to find position on it later on in the clearance. So don't have to do much with the cue ball. Just stroked it in. It's guaranteed the plant to the opposite middle. You'll probably find it. Oh, now that could have gone just a little bit awkward. If that's yeah, it's just a little shake of the head there. That yellow should have just been hanging over the pocket, and instead I think it's welded to the jaw, so he might have to develop this. Could possibly do it off this shot now, if he decides to. So, in playing that shot, this must still go, but I think he might be looking to just drop it in dead weight. Like it went in comfortably. So, draw this white back out 7 or 8 inches. Just like that. Black to the top right, and capitalises on Clint's early mistake with a reverse dish. Both these players have been to this stage in the tour opens before. I think Rob's lost in 2 semi-finals, so he's been here before. We'll be hoping to make it 3rd time lucky to make it into a final. Certainly got the game to win one of these events, but at this stage of the tournament, you're always going to meet one of the best players in the world at the game, so you've got to be totally on your game. Oh, made a couple of balls, a great break there. One tricky yellow. Suspecting they'll take yellows just because they've got a couple of reds on rails. He's got a possible first shot cut back to the middle and develop that bad ball. If it's too fine, he might save it for a little bit further down the line, but just looking at that there now, the black is tied up on the rail, but it does you can play a reverse double on that. It's in a good position for that. Rob looking pretty focused, nice and relaxed. It's good to see. Might even leave an angle here to develop that black. Looks like he has done. Might just try and flick the black out with this shot. Risky shot really, because it's not guaranteed to leave himself a yellow, but he's just, that's come out okay. He's got a choice now. More likely to break that yellow out with the yellow which will be on her. He's taking on to the middle, I think, with a bit of side. That's a nice controlled shot there. Really was a nice controlled shot, so that's really given him a good opportunity now to take a 2-0 advantage. And a break dish as well. Nice finish there from Rob. That'll have settled him in nicely. Seeing on the replay there, the end of this clearance. That was a great shot there, just to develop that last, his bad ball. So Clint only made one mistake and the black's gone in, so that will be a re-racked frame. Void break. Yeah, just saying Clint's only missed one pot and he's 2-0 down, so he already knows he's in a tough match, so we're trying to do the same back to Rob, keep him off the table. So take two. made a ball. It's a nice break. Just about favour reds, I think. He can play the red down the rail to plant the other one. He's got the one around, the two around the black spot. We've both got pockets to go into. There's a red over the right middle and practically over the top right corner, so pretty routine finish for Clint here on reds. I expect him to get these. Clint, as usual, looking extremely focused. So, just want to leave this. Wants to leave the red over the hanging over the hole. Ooh, that only just went in. And if he's straight on this, this will be okay because he can just draw straight back and leave himself an angle to take his second to last red and take him back up the table. But any sort of angle is going to be screwing into the yellows, which will stop the white. So. I think he's pretty straight. Looks it anyway. I mean, he might be screwing on the inside of it. Yeah. Use the yellow to help it in, so it's got a little angle here. He can just stun through the gap next to the black spot, straight up the table. Well, he needs to leave the white somewhere around in line with the middle pockets, and that'll leave him a nice angle to bring his white back down for the black to the opposite corner. So yeah, just gone past middle, but that's fine. So he can just, the tracer left hand side, bring his back cue ball back out into the middle of the table, and as predicted, takes out the finish. Well played. So break dish for Clint. So already we've had 2 break dishes and a reverse dish, so the highest standard that we expect at this stage in the Open. Clint not fazed by Rob's 2 dishes. I think Clint just got a couple of his family members there with him in the corner. Jason Remington as well. Rob got a few of his London compadres in his corner. And the first dry break of the match, it goes to Rob Donkin. Hit them well enough. It's got plenty of balls up in the top half of the table, but unlucky Not to pot one. He might use this first yellow. I don't know if he's got the angle to bump that black out, because that's really only if his only problem ball. Might have to force a bit of an angle. Doesn't think he needs to move it just yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll have to at some point. Just like that. It's a good shot. Now he's just opened the frame right up for himself, so in doing so he knew if he got a full ball cannon on that black, he was going to be guaranteed a pot to the left middle. So well thought out shot there from Clint. Just got this one down at the bottom end of the table. Doesn't really want to leave that till last, just because it's going to be harder for him to play that yellow and then go straight back up for the black.
Well, on the commentary, if you want. What's your name? A&N. They'll jump on, mate.
Yes, yeah. I've done very well. I've not won a game yet, but enjoyed the experience. Originally from London, but I live in
So, just tell me if I spelled this correctly.
Small C, big C, A&N. Two Z's, A&N. Perfect.
So just while Clint was going about his work there, just joined in the commentary box by Paul McCann, one of the amateur players here on the IPA. Is this your first season, Paul?
Yes, I joined at the Bradford event. That was my first event, so come along for the experience and having a great time at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
you enjoying it, yeah?
Oh, perfect, absolutely perfect. Can only improve my ability, so...
Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic experience.
Good stuff, good stuff. So we've just seen, I think that was a dry break from Rob, so that was a reverse dish from Clint. Brings it back to 2 apiece. So
unfortunately, you can't be doing things like that against Clint, because he's just a phenomenal player, really.
Yeah. I mean, so far we've had 4 frames and 4 dishes, so pretty high standard at the moment. Clint getting us underway in frame 5. Be looking to keep Rob off the table as much as he can. And that's a pretty
that's an excellent break.
Yeah, he's really has got the hang of that cut break.
Personally, I'd prefer yellows here, possibly, but he's not got a great start off unless he goes for the centre one, which will probably push the one just above it to top bag, but could go into the red.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're right. I think he'd prefer yellows, and like you say, because he's pushing that yellow up there, if he can play it with confidence that it's going to go through that gap of the two reds, then I think he'll play that. But reds are equally. He's only got one on the rail, so.
But he could get onto it, use it as his last ball, basically. If he takes the red to centre pocket, then he's got one to the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Then he could use the one to left corner, bottom corner, and then take the bottom one, go up for the top two, use those as those last balls, and then at the end of the day, it could be it.
I think that's what he's going to do.
Could be curtains. Maybe a bit too straight on that. Unless he can come off the side cushion first.
Yeah, I think he is. He's just looking at that a little bit too straight. But, it's not his best shot. He might have to just bite the bullet here and play back up for the one to the top right.
Then trying to use the.
He just tried to force an angle, and he's welded to that yellow, so he's got to go back up the table.
In my opinion, now he'd have to probably go for the one on the cushion, because at the end of the day, if he tries playing the straight one, then he's going to make a hell of a lot more hard work for getting back down to the bottom bag.
Yeah.
If he can get the one on the cushion, it should be easy enough to use the same one, same red to top bag, and then come back down for the red and use the black to top left bag.
Yeah.
That would be my opinion. But
yeah.
This is why he's a pro and I'm possibly not.
Yeah. I think he's going to take the one in open play just because it's uneasy. But he's going to try to screw the length of the table here. He's not caught that well at all. I think he was trying to screw that in off the bottom left rail and then come back down for this one at the bottom. But
expecting a little bit too much work on that though. So yeah. Unfortunately.
So he's presented Rob with another opportunity, and these are pretty simple for a man of Rob's standards. So
pretty well talented. I watched a few games of his.
Yeah.
When I was in Bradford, I actually watched one of his games, and he missed absolutely nothing. He broken dished 3 frames, and he reverse dish all the other 4, 7-0.
Yeah.
It was absolute cracking standard to watch for a first event for myself.
Yeah, it just shows you what standards you've got to be at to compete.
Oh yes.
So I think what he'll be looking to do is float this into the left middle, just bringing himself down to the bottom end of the table. Got the natural angle there. Take the one to the bottom right.
Unless he actually takes the one to right middle and then pushes the other one to top bag and then takes the left middle first.
Oh, that's a poor shot. That's a poor shot. Didn't think he needed to do that. He could save those 2 for the last balls. Now he's got to screw this on and off the cushion.
That's a nice shot.
Done. So it's all about now. He's leaving the angle for the one over the right middle to screw across for the yellow up the rail. Just got to make sure he comes back enough.
He'd probably have to leave it pretty close to where the yellow is at the moment. Oh, that's good. Good shot.
Yeah, so he can just screw across now.
Great potential again over the side. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, so he just needs to roll this in. And
wow.
Yeah.
Thought he missed that for a second, but
so Rob capitalising on
3-2.
The two pots that Clint's missed have both been dished upon. So
Clint had a great opportunity there. Unfortunately, he just didn't capitalise on it. So, yeah.
So, impeccable standard so far.
Let's see how Rob Donkin's break is. It's been pretty well at the moment, so.
Yeah, he's been booming the break. Well, to get to this stage in a competition, your break's got to be working well. I mean, you've still got to make the finishes, but it's a massive help if you're making balls off the break as well. So
putting these two together, then to be honest, I can't really pick a winner from the start anyway. So they're both pretty equal in standard, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Clint's about the holds the second most amount of titles on the IPA. Don't think Rob's actually. I don't think he's won any of the major titles. I'm not sure if he won any amateur events, but I know Clint holds about five different titles on the IPA.
I was fortunate enough to live stream the match between Mark Boyle and Clint Hanson at the Newcastle event. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the stream table, but yeah, it was just such a cracking match to watch.
Yeah,
it seemed like everyone wanted to watch it, and lucky for me, I got the opportunity to watch it. And
did you commentate on it? Did you?
No, it was. I basically live streamed it through Facebook.
Oh right,
because it wasn't on the. Yeah, I think it was final 16.
Okay,
but
right.
Mark Boyle made a phenomenal clearance.
Yeah.
Like twice he was snookered on his last ball and the last black. Everyone was just like, how the hell did he clear it? But a guy of his calibre is just.
So I think I put the curse on the break as usual. Rob didn't make a ball off the break. Just not going his way at the moment for Clint. So these are the opportunities that Rob can really pile some pressure on.
Oh yes.
He's getting a second chance off his own dry break. So
that was the thing. If Clint would have made that, then it was game over basically.
Yeah.
So there was nothing really difficult from there.
Yeah, it was just all about that plant, and played it with a bit of power to get his white back up into the centre of the table. And probably because he had to play it with so much power, it could force him to miss it. If he had to drop it on one onto the other, probably gets it 10 out of 10.
I think Rob Donkin still got a little bit of work to do here. Not too much though, but.
Yeah, definitely. He's got that. He's got the one on the top rail, which he's got a ball up there.
As long as he
take him onto it.
As long as he's straight on it, he should be fine. But
yeah,
he's still got to make sure he is pretty plumb on it. Or unless he takes the corner bag now, and then. Personally, I probably wouldn't.
Just got our press officer, Sean Travass, just sneaking up with his big lens. Never said something else.
He's looking at taking it early, so
yeah,
make his life easier.
Yeah, played it, dragged it in, so just the white followed through a little bit. Just got to mind himself here because he's got a little bit more angle than he'd liked. If he'd like to just dollied this in, left his white around the sort of blue spot in the centre of the table somewhere. But now the white is going to be running away a little bit. He might have to play this with a bit of side and
Yeah, it's not the easiest, but if he gets it, he knows it's dollies from here.
He's played that really well. He's just come through right through the
Cracking
middle.
shot.
And absolutely couldn't have hit that any better.
Everything's plumb on now. Bottom right, bottom left, black bottom right. So
Yeah. And the
4-2 to
writing-
Donkin.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall for this frame. Yeah, really well played, Rob. He really is setting his stall out in this match. He's
Thing is, when Donkin's playing well, like there's pretty much no touching him from any sort of standard, any player. But pretty much like most of the pros at the moment, as soon as you get on the table, like if you're not clearing, then that's your own loss. Jack Whalen was playing really well earlier.
I don't know who Jack ended up being knocked out by, but I saw him beat Mark Boyle on the stream earlier.
Yeah, I was watching it from the hotel room earlier. It's cracking to watch. Clint's going to be hoping to pot a ball off the break here.
So, yeah, very important frame for Clint. Doesn't want to be going 3 frames behind, and he's
Dry break.
yeah, and he's got his first dry break for Clint, and the warning signs are going out. Reds look pretty tasty from here. They've all got a pocket. Well, the way Rob's playing,
It's potentially another dish, but
yeah.
that's a cracking shot.
Well, I don't think he meant to find
through
that
the gap, no.
Yeah, he just put his hand up to Clint, just to apologise. Didn't mean to find the gap, but it's worked out nice for him. Now he's got plenty of options here.
He's going to take the top 2 right balls first, I think. Get them out of the way, and then come back to the bottom of the table to leave the black for left centre.
So they're all dot to dot. These are really.
Should be realistically, yeah.
Just stun this into the middle. Roll the one down to the bottom right. Then the one to the opposite corner. Red middle, black middle, same bag.
Yeah.
Should be.
Could probably stun this to sort of come off the bottom cushion first,
Yeah,
just to make life a bit easier for herself.
yeah. Just make sure he gets some sort of angle.
Yeah.
Just so he can run it off the cushion.
Run it off the left cushion and then, yeah, black the centre bag.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
Or is he going to drop it in and pull it into top right?
Yeah, he
From
could do
here.
if he felt that way.
Looks quite straight from here. So,
I think he's topping it through. Yeah, he's leaving it to the opposite. He's left it tight on the cushion, but he must be feeling confident.
he's playing pretty well at the moment, so I have a lot of faith he'll clear it.
So another reverse dish there from Rob. Takes a 5-2 lead.
he's not missing much at the moment, so
He's not at all.
I think Clint's really got to pick his game up to sort of take a chance in this game.
Yeah, well, I'll stick my neck on the line if Rob Break dishes here. I can't see him losing the match.
No.
But
There's been a lot of
we had Rob Donkin was 7-2 up on Craig Marsh yesterday.
I know, I watched that.
Yeah, and he lost the match 8-7. So
I was on the drive up watching it, and it was it's quite upsetting. Me and both Lee and Pedley were both saying that how he was going to win it, and unfortunately he lost. But
yeah,
couldn't really predict that from anyone at this level.
Yeah, well, it was his break that let him down.
Yeah,
he was 7-2 up, and then he dry broke every break after that. So. And you can't do that against Craig Marsh. So he's
back in the same sort of situation now. Let's not jinx it too much, but
we've cursed his break, and typically it's actually his third dry break of this match for Rob. So it just shows you how well he's playing on when
he's having the opportunity. Yeah,
and Clint's failed to pot. Or giving him the chance.
Yellows look best for me here, personally.
Yeah,
probably taking
just about because he's got no starter on reds, has he? So
he's gonna have to take a plant or something. Well, yeah.
Yeah, fire this one into the top left.
The middle one. Yeah. He's taking that one.
Yeah, he can. He can just play the right middle now and leave himself
tight on the cushion for the top right bag.
I don't think he'll leave it tight on the cushion. I think he'll leave himself an angle so he can just punch it in and bring his white back out in the centre of the table. Because if he leaves it tight on the cushion, he can only go two ways with it. So I think he'll leave a little angle on this.
Didn't feel comfortable with that one, in my opinion.
Yeah, he pulled away very quickly from that. So yeah,
bit of bottom right hand side to drag it over.
Yeah, well, that's what he's going to have to do. But he wanted to be about halfway between that cushion and where the white is now. So he's very annoyed with himself. But I mean, he's still in the frame. He's still at the table. So.
Yeah.
So, going to play that shot. That's a great shot.
That's a cracking shot.
So now he can just. He might be bridging a little bit, but.
Takes one to top right, top left, the one on the right hand side, and then sort of screws back from the left one to the top left bag. To bottom right corner. Or unless he takes middle left. I'd probably take bottom right and then go for the middle left. Drag it round off a couple of cushions to top left or middle left, depending on the angle I had.
Yeah. I think what he's looking at there is. He was just looking at potting the one over the left middle, bringing it through the gap off maybe three cushions, leaving the other yellow into that same pocket.
And you've got two at the top and then one to bottom right.
Yeah,
black.
But he's decided to go the other way. Just had to stroke that in. He's
quite a bit of angle on that top one if he wants to take that first.
Yeah, he can take this to the bottom right now.
Probably make life a bit easier for himself if he did.
Yeah. Oh dear. And another mistake there from Clint. very uncharacteristic like mistake really, because
Wasn't expecting that at all.
no, I don't think anybody was.
But
He's not left a great deal, has he?
No.
So.
It's going to take one hell of a pot to sort of carry on from here from Rob Donkin.
Got a tough shot here. Oh, he's played that really well.
Excellent.
Really, really well. He can screw this in into those two yellows. Into those two reds that are together.
He could, or he could take the bottom left bag and then go for one and the two on the, next to the right middle. If he can take the top one, sort of the top right bag first, and then he's got the two to develop.
Yeah, he's screwed into those.
Cracking shot.
Just to open it up for himself.
He's got to take that bottom one now, hasn't he? It's the top, bottom left.
Yeah.
So.
Which isn't going to guarantee him any position, so have to play a good shot here.
Bit of top, take it off two cushions or something.
He's playing with running side. He's stunning it off the cushion, coming round. That's a good shot. He's come through the gap. Oh, might have just pushed
Very
that
nice.
Might have just pushed that red safe now. So that might need developing. He's a bit unlucky there. Just flick that red into the black, and that red now doesn't have a pocket to go into unless it's developed. So do well to finish from here now. I think what he might be looking at is playing the red off the yellow into the left middle, running around off two cushions or maybe three cushions and breaking into the other two reds.
Yeah, I think that's the only way he can get back on the table.
Just like this.
Perfect. Oh,
It's
that's quite unfortunate unless he can get bottom left bag.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I think he's snookered. If we just look at, I don't think camera 4 really gives us a good picture of it, to be honest. Just have a look at camera 4, Dave, if you can. Yeah, you can't really tell off that, but I don't think it goes past that yellow to get the right potting angle.
I think he can. Right.
It might be trying to turn it and... Oh yeah, it does.
As long as he's straight on this, he should be fine. But I think he's got a bit too much angle.
Yeah,
he might be dragging into the black.
He can work this though. He can screw off the cushion with a bit reverse side and screw it on and off the cushion and back out for that one up there. I think he's playing that shot now. This will be a really good, well, for me, a match-winning clearance, even though it'll take him on the hill, but
he'll definitely get into Clint's head.
Yeah, well, he really will put the. So he's screwing with a bit of reverse side, so on and off the. Oh, he's looking at it again. Screwing on and off the cushion, and with the side, it'll take him back out for the other one. Ooh.
Oh, cracking shot.
Yeah.
I think he's got just enough angle to drag around the table off the three cushions.
Yeah. Just wanted a bit more, but should be okay because he can just thin this in. So. Oh,
excellent shot.
He wants that white to slow up. Yeah. Give himself a chance, and this is really a top quality finish from Rob Donkin. Really is. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And, yeah, and takes himself on the hill and gives himself a 6-2 lead. Some really good shot making in that frame. That shot there, and then he was just lucky to be able to pop that to the bottom left.
He's playing the right shots at the right time to.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the shots in his locker.
Keeps them for when he needs them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so big uphill battle now for Clint. He's got 1-5 on the bounce without reply. Just made a ball. Made a couple of balls. Yellows look good from there. There's the reason I say that, unless the red passes to the bottom left hand corner, passes that yellow.
I think it does. And then you take the other red to the bottom right. So I think it's all.
Yeah.
In my opinion, would be reds here.
Yeah. If that red goes.
Thanks for having me on commentary. I'm going to go and check how Mr. Ian Alley's doing.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
He's here on the game.
Yeah.
And I'll come and check back in Clint Anson's progress in a bit. I believe from here he should clear up. But
yeah. Okay.
it's still early days yet. So
yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Paul. So Paul's just nipped off and bit of a random character just came along and offered to do a bit of commentary, so yeah, thanks to Paul. Good to see somebody who wants to get involved in the commentary. It's not easy. Not a lot of people like to do it. I'm not sure it's because they don't like to hear their own voice or... So Clint just wants to stun this red to the bottom right, and could have done with just going a touch further, because now he's just got slightly. He's got to cue just a little bit. He's got that yellow next to him, so he just will have that in his eye line, which is never ideal. Should get it. Yeah. And black to the left centre for a break dish, and just tell Rob he's not gone away. He's not having it all his own way. So a nice break dish there from Clint. And we'll just have a quick look at the stats while he's Rob's setting up for this 10th frame. And as you can see there, 4 missed pots from Clint, which they were early on. Well, I think 2 of those were on the first shot of his after his break, and he missed them, and then Rob reversed dish, so he's had, out of the 4 frames out of the 6 that he's won, Rob, 4 of them have been dishes, so pretty good standard. Hasn't missed a pot yet, Rob, so I'll put the curse on that one. So another dry break for Rob. Just what Clint wanted to see. both colours have got a little tricky area, like red's the one up the red over left middle needs to be worked to get on that, and I think he's taking yellows here. Yeah, that was a good shot from Clint. He might choose to play the yellow off the red into the centre, open that bag up on this next shot. In doing so, he might be able to bump out the yellow above it as well. Let's just see what he does after this shot. So he's just stunned out. He can play the yellow off the red, open the left middle, play the white on and off the cushion, and bump the yellow above the one he plays out into open play. Which will open the frame up in one shot. There we go. It's not 100% certain on that shot. I think one of the things you'll be mindful of is when he plays that yellow off, if he was to play the yellow off the red, you know, he's going to be pushing that red down to the bottom left hand side of the table, and he doesn't really want to be covering that pocket up because he'll need it. So I think if he plays it at pace, the red should clear out of the way of that pocket ball. Just looking at that now. So he played that shot and chose to try and get behind this yellow. No, he's not cut that enough. So this is a great chance now for Rob to seal this match. Where's that white? Oh, just Just the knuckle helped him there. Thought the white was travelling into the middle pocket, but it's landed nicely on this this red to bottom left, but don't have to do a lot with it. Just stun it back a couple of inches. Ooh, yeah, just made sure of the pot because he's guaranteed this plant, so it's all about this plant now. Wants to make sure he leaves the red that he's hitting first, leave it hanging over the pocket. He's played it positively, rather than trying to leave it hanging over the pocket. So still got options here. Choose to stun the red to the bottom right, which will guarantee him the red to the right centre. Or he might choose to top it through, top it down, and then back up. Which he has done, and it's a little in between where he'd like to be here. He's got a choice of two pots to the top left. The one on the brown spot where the brown spot on the snooker table would be, would send his white towards that yellow. So I'm presuming he'll take the one in the centre of the table first, which he is doing. That's a nice shot, and just don't think he wanted the cannon on the black, which has just halted his white. I think he wanted to run past that. Not sure. Not sure if the red passes the yellow to the opposite centre. If it does so, then I think he'll be taking the double on. Arena's starting to fill up a little bit, and anticipation for the final. Just see over in the distance there, Jordan Shepherd, who's playing Andy Lucas in the other semi-final, and Jordan's walking around, and he's just stamped his cue on the floor. He's not happy about something. I don't know the importance of that frame. I don't know whether he's and there from Rob Donkin is his first miss of the match. A rare sight. Yep. So after frame 10 and 6-3 in front, he's just missed his first ball. Clint's played a good shot there, straight onto his ball that needed the most position on, so played that to perfection as well, so just has to run this in, leave the white where the yellow is. Play this two ways. He can either screw back up, black into the opposite corner, which he has done, or he could have just rolled it through black into to the right centre, but either way, he'd be absolutely relieved to have got the chance and stay in this match. So 6-4, Clint's a break. The importance now of making a ball paramount. So, cut break. Made balls. Oh, he's made the black as well. So it's a void break. I'll have to be re-racked. So take two. Now, this time, typically, comes up dry, which is always the case when you pop balls, you pop the black. So you have to re-rack them. It's a void break, and then the next time you break, it's dry. Sod's law. I said to Rob Donkin before this match, I said you've got yourself, Clint, Andy Lucas and Sheppy in the other semi. So pick a winner out of those four, and he said it won't be me. That's what he said. But there's no reason why he can't go on and win this. He's played some fantastic pool, Rob, but he's still got that one frame, and it's always the hardest one to get over the line. He's going to fire this one down to the bottom right. That's a nice shot. It's got a nice little angle here to the top right. Play this yellow to the bottom right now. Just got that one yellow just above the left centre. That could pose him a little problem, but he's not got enough side on that. He wanted to run inside that red and leave himself the yellow on the bottom left, so he's going to have to take a long yellow to top right now. Depending on how much he can get into the cue ball, he might try stunning across for the yellow above the left centre, but let's just see how he sees it. Oh, And what a fluke, and what a time to get a fluke. He's missed the pot. He's come off the jaws and gone in the opposite corner, so just a tad fortunate there. Still not easy though, because he's still got that one above the left centre. Stun round the angles. No, that's yeah. So I think what he's going to do now is just roll through an inch, make sure he leaves himself a nice angle to play the yellow to the top left, bring his white back out somewhere around dead centre of the table, and leave himself just showing you the angle there that he wants to leave. If he plays that with the rail, with the angle, his white will naturally come across for the black to the same corner. So, played a little screw shot there. Don't know why he did, but must have had a little bit of angle. It mustn't have been as straight as I thought it was. So, big shot now. This could be a match winner. Just wants to pop this white back out somewhere in the centre of the table. Big shot. Oh, and he's got it. But has he got enough of the black? I don't think he has. He's just looked to the heavens. Or has he? Or has he? He must have. He's got it. And Rob Donkin has just booked himself a place in tonight's final. And it was an absolute superb display. I'm just going to put them stats up for you now. So as you can see, 7-4 victor, Rob Donkin. He's got 4 reverse dishes. He's got 1 break dish, so 5 of those 7 frames he's won from 1 visit. He's had no unforced errors. He's only missed 1 pot. He actually missed 1 and fluked 1, but you can't put that down as a missed pot because he actually potted it. Not that he meant to pot it in the opposite corner. He's even had 4 dry breaks, so it just shows you how well he actually played in that match. Clint, on the other hand, he won 4 frames. He broke dish twice and reversed dish once himself. So there's 8 dishes in the match out of the 11 frames played. And those missed pots were the killer for Clint. So, see our table technician, Louis Perinelli there, just getting the table ready for this. While we're just watching, I think we're just watching a quick replay of Rob Donkin's finish here. And that just shows you there, this was the fluke. Brutal, absolutely brutal. But still had a lot of work to do. So we'll just catch up with you when the final starts. As soon as Jordan and Andy Lucas have finished, and we'll probably have a little break and then we're straight into the final. Cheers, thank you.